Only 2, but at least now she knows how they got in there.
Oh, that's good. What's up, guys? It's Matt Merton here with a special guest, Paba Hotel. And in this video, we want to talk about something that's near and dear to our hearts, the Uncharted franchise, more specifically, the Uncharted movie that's been announced as of late, getting a lot of talk about it on forums. People are really into it right now because we are huge fans.
Big fans.
Of the Uncharted franchise. And we want to talk about a little bit about the casting of Uncharted because we're not really happy with where they're going right now. The movie hasn't even started. It is in pre-production, and it's...
As a fan, I'm frustrated already.
Yeah, and we're in the same mode. Now, the first thing you have to talk about is, when it comes to casting, is the casting of Drake. Nathan Drake.
The man.
The man. The guy they're talking about gets thrown around a lot, and different rumors online. Mark Wahlberg is Nathan Drake.
And I love, and we both love, we've talked about this, love Mark Wahlberg.
Right.
Just not as Drake.
Not as Drake.
He's not Drake.
Drake is your everyman, and that's what makes him, one of the reasons makes him so appealing. He's your man. Wahlberg may not have a problem with that part. Wahlberg will probably, though, I don't think, can pull off the sarcastic, witty, on-the-fly decision-making type character that Drake is. Yeah,
and he might be able to get a little bit better timing, or he might already have it. He is an actor,
right?
Because of working with Will Smith. Will Ferrell. He worked with Will Smith on that other one. Did you know that? He got canceled. Will Ferrell, and even in the interviews, I mean, they were funny,
right?
And their timing.
He's getting a little bit more comedic, and not so serious all the time.
Yeah,
but
it's Mark Wahlberg.
It's Mark. Yeah, it's Marky Mark. Just don't call him that to his face. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Nathan Drake is a type of character who is tied to a chair, getting beat up by the heavy, who's asking him where, in this case, the treasure is, comes back with a witty remark, and then gets punched, and then says something like, if I wanted to kiss, I would have called you mother. Something, that's Drake.
That's Drake.
I mean, let's face it, it's that Indiana Jones style character, and I don't know if Wahlberg can do that. I don't know if I want to see Wahlberg try to do that.
If it's true, I hope so. I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't want him in there. Now, we'll talk about some of the guys we like.
Yeah.
One guy will bring up Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's a great actor, and you watch him in stuff. We're fans of Firefly, Castle, Slither, Captain Hammer.
Captain Hammer. YouTube Captain Hammer.
Yeah, you're already on this site. Just don't even watch this video. Just YouTube Captain Hammer. Yeah. He acts like Drake does, like in a lot of his films and television shows.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he is a big guy. It's the only problem with Fillion is he's a tall. Drake isn't that tall of a character. Fillion is tall, but I mean, and we'll get there in a second. If you cast a tall actress as Elena, if they all offset each other,
none of this Tom Cruise stuff.
Yeah, really, we don't want to do that. But Fillion, he acts the part. He's sarcastic. The whole persona and the whole the act of I go by the seat of my pants. We'll deal with it when we get there type character. He does that very well.
I've got a favorite. Joe Flanagan.
Joe Flanagan.
You guys are out there. You got to be sci-fi fans. You're video game fans. You got to be somebody got to be a sci-fi fan. Stargate Atlantis. Joe Flanagan.
And
hello.
Pop and I were talking about Joe Flanagan, and after looking up some videos and stuff, and looking up IMDb, I can't really argue with that.
I like him for it.
The guy looks similar to Drake, about as similar in a different way, like about the same look as Fillion does, but in a different way. But they both look equally. They look better than Wahlberg.
they fit it a little more, but that's what I think.
And he acts even in.
Yeah, he's got that sarcasm. He's got that quick wit.
Right. And you need
at least on Stargate Atlantis he does, and yeah.
And almost because the way Nolan North, who does the voice of Drake, is a quick, witty type person. A lot of the great dialogue in the Uncharted games is improv. I don't know if you want to get a character, or if you want to get an actor for Drake who can act witty, or one that just really is witty.
You know, it feels natural. It looks natural on the screen. Come on, guys.
Now, getting to Elena.
Oh gosh, so many thoughts.
Yeah, so many good thoughts. But with Elena, a blonde character who has that girl next door type look, but also has that strong independent. And so there's a couple you go to. Right off the bat, just start with Emily Rose.
Emily Rose, She's hot. She is Elena.
Yeah, she does. If you don't know who, she does the voice of Elena. She can act. She has her own show on the Sci-Fi Channel, so she's used to a camera. She's good in front of the camera. Obviously, sounds just like
she's spontaneous. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine though watching an Uncharted movie and actually having the voice that plays Elena?
Oh my god,
that would be sick.
I'm getting chills thinking about it. That's really cool.
So Emily Rose, also another one of my favorites to throw up there. The only problem with this girl is her age. She's a little young for Elena. Blake Lively.
I love Blake Lively.
Yeah,
she would be great.
But if you got Fillion though, Lively's tall, so they wouldn't look weird if you'd have the Tom Cruise syndrome.
No,
you wouldn't have that. Another one you brought up was
Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles, yeah.
She's hot. She's most of the time blonde.
Yeah, and she's good
actress.
Done anything for a while.
She's bored.
Yeah, she's bored. You also said Ali Larter.
Ali Larter.
Ali Larter wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I like Ali Larter a lot too. And Ali Larter has done films like Resident Evil. She can handle the.
She can do the action.
Yeah, she can do the action. So that'd be good. Now Sully. There's no arguing on the character of Victor Sullivan. There's only one person in Hollywood who needs to play Victor Sullivan, and that guy's name is Bruce Campbell. You cannot. And there's been rumors about De Niro. Okay, nothing against Robert De Niro, dude, bro. And I would never call De Niro bro to his face, but you are not. So Bruce Campbell is Victor Sullivan.
He's got the jawline.
He's got everything.
I mean, he's a little heavier now because he's getting older,
Sully's,
but
Sully's older.
Sully's got a little beer gut.
The thing is, Hollywood's so afraid. Hollywood's so afraid to not cast big names for a video or for a movie.
But he is big.
Yeah,
I mean, the Evil Dead. Hello, and then this is the video game players. This is the people who are in this.
The thing about Bruce Campbell is you're going to garner an audience with for people that aren't even in the movie. There are people I've read for some of his independent stuff of Hotep. I've read of people, hundreds of people traveling hundreds of miles to the closest theater that was playing a Bruce Campbell. You're going to get the Bruce Campbell audience. Believe it or not, there's a type of audience out there that will see a movie just because Bruce Campbell is, no matter what it is, if he's in it.
And you know what? I've read his book, watched all the movies I could find of him. The TV show Burn Notice. He has the ability to pull that character off.
He does.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell's all you can get
for president.
Now now with the three bad guys, you've got Eddie, Roman, and Navarro. Now the good thing, if you're casting this movie, about those parts is although they would need to be more prominent in the movie, they're not that prominent in the game. And if you got good guys. If you cast the good guys, you wouldn't have to worry too much about the bad guys.
Yeah.
You have Roman, which he looks kind of similar to Neil McDonough, but that could go either way. Navarro could go either way, and Eddie Raja could go either way. Now you brought up a good point on Eddie Raja. There was two actually. A guy by the name of
Guillermo Diaz, I think his name is. Yeah.
He's off the show Mercy.
Mercy, a Prison Break. He was on Prison Break, I think.
Was he on Prison Break?
Was he the one on Prison Break?
No, that was
the other guy.
Anyway, doesn't
we'll
matter.
Find out. We'll let you know. We'll email you.
But that's the good thing about it is you wouldn't have to have if you got Nathan Fillion or Gaffigan or Flanagan and Emily Rose, Bruce Campbell, then people would go see this movie. It would be so good, I think, that people would be like, well, I didn't like the guy that played Eddie. No, it wouldn't be any of that.
But they want the Wahlberg name.
They do.
On the
they
poster.
want. Here's the problem with that. Hollywood needs to realize, and this,
because we know.
Yeah, because we know. Hollywood needs to realize that you don't need to put a big name, slap it on a poster, just go people say. For instance, let's just look at video game movies. You've got Super Mario Brothers that had Dennis Hopper in it, and that movie was in theaters for I think 7 hours.
Yeah.
You had Street Fighter, had Van Damme, Raul Julia in it. That movie sucked. Do I own it? Yes. Will we watch it after this video? Of course.
Probably. Yeah.
But it's terrible. Then you've got movies that do well. Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. I can't even name anybody from that movie right off the top of my head. You've got Resident Evil, which most people don't know who Mila Jovovich is. The casual moviegoer doesn't know Mila.
No, my wife doesn't.
Yeah, my wife doesn't. My wife, because that's the chick who kicks dogs in Resident Evil movies. They didn't put Ali Larter and Shanti until the third one, so it wasn't like they started. And those made a lot of money. Silent Hill made some good money. Prince of Persia had Jake Gyllenhaal in it. And it didn't do that well.
It looked pretty.
Yeah, it did look. I went on the pop forums. What? That was
that was Brokeback Mountain.
I went on the pop forums and people were like, Prince of Persia fans were going, I like the Prince of Persia games, but I'm not a huge fan. But I was curious, we don't want Gyllenhaal. So Gyllenhaal didn't bring the money. So they have to realize it's not. You're gonna get the fan base to go to this movie, but you're not gonna get the amount of people or the respect you can get if you
don't mess with the story.
Yeah,
the movie will be good.
Exactly, that's the thing, the story. And we've been saying it as gamers, all of us. Been saying it for years. We've been playing these games for years. Now Hollywood is always looking for the next big genre. Mm-hmm. The '80s were full of big action. Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Norris, Seagal. In the '90s, with technology, they started coming out with stuff like Jurassic Park and Independence Day and things like that. And towards the end of the '90s and early 2000s, they found a whole new genre-busting genre, if I can say it, of superhero movies.
Yeah.
And that well's about dry. We're both huge comic fans.
Yeah.
Hollywood, if you want your next big genre, it's video games. Like comic books, the fan base is already there.
Yeah.
The story is already there. The character's already there.
And we will go see the movie. And we will buy the DVD. Yes. And we'll buy the T-shirts. And we'll buy the hats.
Right. It's already right there.
Isn't that what you want?
You're the only thing. Yeah, and that's the ultimate thing. The only thing you need to realize is we get mad when you screw with our franchises. I mean, Resident Evil lucked out. They didn't even follow the stinking storyline from the movies. Now, luckily, Paul S. Anderson knew a little bit what he was doing, so
it kind of went like this. Like, here's the story. It went like, yeah. You know.
That's actually a great.
It's what it did.
It did do that. But, so, being Uncharted fans, we want to see, and you know what? It's funny because Prince Persia, Gyllenhaal, whatever. But now you're talking about Uncharted. Now I'm interested. Now I want to be involved. So you have to get the casting right. Mm-hmm. Keep the story. That's what's beautiful about the Uncharted story. You don't even need to write anything, Hollywood. Henning already did it for you.
Take it with you. That's it.
So
it's already in a box.
Yeah, it's already right there. Just play the game and put that on film. So I'm passionate about Uncharted. You're passionate about Uncharted. We want to see this thing. I mean, if they're going to make it, we can't stop them. But maybe they can get some sense into them and say, okay, we'll finally do what the fans want. Here's a good. I'm sorry, but look at the two big superhero movies that started the whole X-Men and Super Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. No one knew. Let's start with X-Men. No one knew who Jackman was. No one still knows who James Marsden is. Famke Janssen, she was a Bond chick. That's all people knew she was. If you didn't watch Star Trek, you didn't know who.
Picard?
Picard was.
Patrick Stewart.
Ian McKellen. If anybody says they knew Ian McKellen before Lord of the Rings, I'd be impressed. And that movie made tons and spawned a franchise.
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire. Who? Yeah, back then it was who? Kirsten Dunst. She was in chick movies before this, right? Yeah. I didn't know James Franco. So you don't need big... What are those movies had that made them so great? They had a good story from the comics. Good action.
Yeah. They carry it.
Yeah, they casted people who played the parts right, not just they weren't worried about putting big names on the marquee. So I want to see this thing happen.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of sequels and a fan of franchise games and comic books being made into movies because part of me is like, well, my name's not attached to them. Make as many sequels as you want. I don't care. I'll watch them. But when something like Uncharted, I really want it to be taken serious because it's something I love. So we agree on everything, and I'm really, and a lot of times on YouTube videos they're like, leave a comment section, say what you want. Honestly, I would like to know what you guys think because you can only read so many forums before it all starts running together. I really like to know what you guys think, who you think should play. Do you even think there should be a movie? If I would like to see a movie. I mean, I love Uncharted so much. I'd like to see it on a big screen, but not if it's not Wahlberg.
The problem is. And I know this is just going to take on... We could do another hour. Okay. Tune in next hour. We'll still go see it.
Yeah, we will go see it. We will go see it.
I will.
But would you rather have put butts in seats and make everybody happy, or would you rather just make $1? Or would you rather spawn a franchise? Because how many people will be talking about Uncharted 2 movie if the first one sucks?
Yeah, seriously.
So I don't mind them. They're making a movie. I just want to see them take it serious.
Yeah, please, we take this serious.
Yeah, we take it. Listen to the fan base is what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah,
listen to the fan base. You finally listen to the comic book fan base because the comic book movies before 2000, they're with the exception of the Superman movies and a few Batman movies. Whatever. They made a Fantastic Four movie that wasn't even released because it was so terrible. Listen to your fan base. Hollywood, get on the forum, see what people are saying, watch YouTube. I also want to put a video, a link in the description, where a guy here on YouTube went face to face with the director of the Uncharted movie, David Russell, and told him, "Hey, Wahlberg, really?
Watch this video.
If you haven't seen this video, it's this guy had. I wish more gamers had guts like this, because I wish I had. I don't even know if I would have the guts to do that. The guy, okay, I would,
you would,
but I don't know if this guy did a very good job.
He did a very good job. Man.
Wahlberg, really? How about Philly? And he kind of threw some ideas out there to the director of the Uncharted movie. So check the video out. It's a really awesome thing that this guy did. It actually deserves more views than it has, because it's actually a big thing. He went to a director and said,
"Think about it,
really?" And this is a guy who's trying to be an actor in Hollywood, so you got to be careful what you do when you're coming up. And he said. He went to the guy, that's guts, and I love it. I love it that you're so passionate about something. You would go face to face with the guy who's running the whole project and go, yeah, let's talk about that. So go check out the video. Thanks for watching. Papa Hotel, Maverick 10. I'm actually, for the first time, I am
You're out of breath?